Welcome to Epic Learner series, parents and teachers alike. I would like to address the question today, why children do not enjoy writing. I work with schools as well as parents where typically children beginning about second grade um, do not write. They're very good in verbal answering, chorus answering, but whenever it comes down to writing, they either hesitate, refuse, make excuses. Why is it so? I shall share with you one example of one of the children who made this very, very clear. Um, the child was in fourth grade and he had beautiful handwriting. He was extremely slow in writing and he wrote very lightly. I mean, it was not even visible. And of course, he didn't open up in the first time. He always heard that write dark, write fast. Those are the background instructions he was getting from parents and teachers all the time. And every time he got that instruction, the more lighter and the more slower he wrote. With a bit of understanding about this child development and psychology, um, I decided to work with him, build rapport with him, understand his interests, what was he interested in. He was a very good child in recitation, especially Sanskrit shlokas. He would do it non-stop. Um, but somewhere he was intelligent as well. But writing was the one area where he would not go past. And over a period of few days, after talking to him in different ways, and once he had my trust, he revealed the situation. He said that beginning his first grade, he would go home from school, drop off his bags, drink a glass of milk or something, and then head straight to the tuition center. Now, the tuitions, after school tuitions, are quite popular because somewhere we as parents think we cannot spend that much time or we are not intelligent enough to support the child with school work. And there are many other people who are predominantly teachers or some interested adults who have time um, conduct these tuitions. And typically they are not so very well organized, and in a bigger group of children from different age groups from different schools kind of come together, and the tuition teacher has to kind of manage a wide variety of children of different age groups and different subjects and different kinds of homeworks. So one of the ways this particular child's teacher managed was to give them some work, like writing in handwriting, writing a page of a page to improve their handwriting, or to write tables, or some things to keep them occupied. And it so happened that every time he wrote something and he did a mistake, to discipline them, she would ask the child to stretch out his palms and give one beating. And somewhere after this happened several times, the child associated writing with getting some beatings. And none of us like it, do we? So it reminded of the pain every time the child had to write. So his defense mechanism took over so very naturally that he had to write. Many of them refused to write, but he had to write. So it was best for him to write in a very, very light colored, in a very light, hardly legible, hardly readable. Write beautifully, but write in a very light manner so the teacher would not even catch if there were any mistakes. And the child was in fourth grade now, so he had been going through this ever since his first grade. So there were like long years of repeated defense mechanism and trying to make it work for himself. And though the teachers changed, the tuitions changed, but the belief remained. And this is what creates problems in us, where we hang on to those beliefs that were our coping mechanisms when we were children. And though we are adults, we don't forget them. We fall back automatically to those defense mechanisms when something similar comes up. Handwriting may not come up, but something similar may come up where I fear being punished. And then I withdraw in a way that feels more comfortable to me. And when this happens, I'm not contributing to my maximum potential, or I'm not as confident in taking charge, taking initiative, taking responsibility. So we start falling behind. And when children start doing this, it becomes more apparent when the child comes to his high school, where where parents become more worried, teachers become more worried as to what the child is intelligent, but he's not doing X, Y, Z. Um, then, it's little too late, but it's never too late once you can spend that time one on one with the child, have him understand the belief system, and have them cope, work through them, and support them through that process for them to realize their own belief systems and erase it to an extent and begin being themselves. And this is what we will understand when we go a little deeper with a little bit of care, and give that little time to every individual. Hope this helped you. Thank you.